Hello everyone, and welcome to the outdoor porcupine ASMR experience. And I wanted to do this one outside for no particular reason. Usually I do a lot of scripted stuff, so originally I was gonna do that today, but I didn't have the space that I usually record in, so I wanted to go outside and squat, because I like to squat when I sit. I don't like furniture. My whole life I used to think that something was wrong with me. Like, people would always say like I'm autistic and stuff, because I was always standing when I was working, and then I'd always come into a squat when I'd sit, and they'd be like, "You're fucking weird." And then I realized that like everyone squats in Asia and then like other countries and regions, and it's actually very normal. And it's like, actually there's more people who practice squatting than people who just sit in furniture, like when it comes to leisure. Sometimes us Americans are really stupid. But it's easy to be stupid when you can go from sea to shining sea, like speaking the same language. You know, it gets easy to do. It gets easy to be dumb in America, because we're just we're a little bit spoiled when it comes to certain stuff. Like in Europe, you know, every so and so kilometers you're going through a different country. So you gotta learn how to speak a different language to get to the country that you're trying to go to. But and this is my Route 66 shirt. I drove across the country. It's a lot of land. It took a few days for me to get across the country. And it's all from, you know, I went from California to New Jersey. And it's a lot of land. And guess what? You don't gotta speak different languages to get from one place to another place. You can go through all 50 states speaking English, basically. So it's like, it's pretty easy to just get spoiled in the USA, especially if you live here. The people born here, we don't, you know, if you want to become a U.S. citizen, you gotta know everything about U.S. history, law, legislation, how democracy works and stuff. But if you're just born here, I mean, you don't have to learn anything to get into the country. You're just born here and that's it. And then you can just do whatever you want. But I really like driving across the country. I thought it was pretty cool. Everyone always gets mad at me. I drove across the country twice, and I don't know. Everyone always gets really upset. They're always like, "Why didn't you just take a plane?" Like, that's not why I did it, though. Like, if I wanted to take a plane, I could have taken a plane. But like, I don't know. It's never good enough for anyone. I always say I drove across the country twice, and they say, "Why?" And I say, because I wanted to see the country. And they're like, "You should have just taken a plane." Or it's like, I didn't do it fast enough. I said I did it in 4 days. And like, "Oh, you should have done it in 2 days. One time I drove across the country without stopping. That's what they'll tell me. It's like, well, I drove across the country so I can see the world, right? I drove across the country so I could see the Grand Canyon. So I could visit Elk City and explore New Mexico. Like, I don't know. To me, that's like common sense. But like, to other people, I don't know. They just get mad at me. Some people really mad at me that I drove across the country. I get it. It was so cool. I met a lot of cool people. There's actually this really cool, museum in Elk City, Oklahoma that I accidentally went to. So my car basically overheated. So I just went off Route 66. It's not called Route 66 anymore. Because the shirt says from, you can't see it, but the shirt says from Chicago to LA, or LA to Chicago. It's not like that anymore. It's basically like, it's like Arizona to St. Louis-ish, and you change directions in Oklahoma City, I believe. The cops are coming. They're finally coming for me. They're like, the ASMR boy is finally out in public. We finally got that son of a gun. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That stupid ASMR boy. That absolute unhinged criminal. He decided to make a video outside. He thinks that we don't see him. What an absolute fool. But you change directions in, I believe it's Oklahoma City. So you go Arizona to Oklahoma City, and then you actually start heading north once you get to Oklahoma City, and that's like the only toll that you pay, I think. So you can really make some distance on just one damn road. It's crazy how much land there is in the United States. It's crazy. There's a whole lot of land. But I've been traveling more. I don't normally travel, but I've been trying to get out more. Considering I'm just chronically online TikTok boy. Yesterday I actually went outside and I walked to the 7-Eleven, and then I came back. It was a lot for me. That was a joke. I realize that I have to sometimes tell people that I'm joking. I think that obviously when it's very heavily rehearsed and choreographed, then it's obviously a joke. But in real life, sometimes I rub people the wrong way. So I have to say that I'm joking. Last time I went to a 7-Eleven, I don't know, they put these things under the credit card scanners for like phishing, and I have to pay in cash. It's sad because like there's a 7-Eleven up the street from me. I've known these guys like my entire life, and like one day they were just really extra happy to see me. They were just like smiling on their faces, and then like I saw like the BS scanner, and I'm like, guys, like I've known you guys for like 14 years. Like, you're gonna scam me? And I didn't say that to them because I felt bad, kinda. But yeah, I was right. I scanned the card. And then immediately, Wells Fargo's like, yo, this ain't right. And I was like, I know. Just give me the refund. I said I didn't make the transaction, whatever. So now I gotta pay in cash in 7-Elevens. But is that them being greedy, or is that just a reflection of how bad the economy is? Everyone is a hustler. Everyone's a hustler these days. But you have to. Because that's the state of the world. But anyway, hopefully you're doing well. I've been talking a lot about myself recently. I discontinued my podcast, so I suppose this is like now a long-form ASMR video where I'm just kind of giving some updates and insight. But yeah. Whenever you're in doubt, just go outside and just come to a squatting position and maybe just listen to some ASMR or something like that. I don't know. Get out of the house. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.